Okay, so now we have to take, so go to export data, okay, data going out of the data partition node. So now we'll go to test, right? Okay, browse, and now let's export that to Excel. Okay, so now we have the exact same observations like what we had here, the propensity, right? So now we'll keep all the original data up to there. Okay. All the rest of them we'll get rid of. We don't need any of that. Okay. So now what we have to do is to reverse the flyer 1 to 0, 0 to 1, right? So if you go 1 minus that, so that will reverse it, right? So now we'll copy that and paste it here, paste values. All right, and then we will get rid of this column. So now we have the flyers are inverse now. Okay. So let's go ahead and save this, and okay. Call it voter flyer reverse. Okay. And make sure that this is an Excel workbook, right? Not text file. All right. So now we have the data prepared. So now go back here. So now we need to bring in the new data set. So we can use, since it's an Excel file, we'll use file import. Begin file import and import file. Reverse, right? Okay. Okay, run that model, run that node. Okay, so now we have to do something here, and that is, so moved AD is what we need to score, right? So we need to reject that, because that's the one that needs to be scored, and everything else should be in the same. So now we need to make sure, see, the levels are so edit variables, and if you see flyer, okay, so you really need to keep that and make sure that the variables are properly coded. Okay, age, interval, so flyer. should be binary. H1, F1 should be binary. Move date is rejected, and NH white is interval. Okay, observation number, we don't want that, so that should be rejected. We could have deleted observation number in the Excel file itself, but anyway, we reject that. Political interval, political C should be nominal. All right, so that's interval. Okay. So that's voter ID, so that's good. All right. So now we have the data here, and next is to score. So bring in score and connect it to and run. Okay. All right. So now export data. Right. So the train, validate, and test are the three data sets coming from here in the data partition. So test will have the original flyer. The flyer column will be original values. Now this data where the value of flyers were reversed 1 to 0, 0 to 1, okay, that's coming in as score data set. Okay, so score data set is what we need to export. So browse that and export into Excel. All right, so we have the voter ID, okay, and flyer. Okay. Now we have the predicted AD1. So these are the three columns now we have to copy paste into the shell file. Okay. So voter ID, flyer, and predicted. Copy and paste. Okay, so this is the propensity. So now for each individual voter, okay, remember, see, these voter IDs are exactly same. All right. Propensity when flyer is set to 1, and propensity when the flyer is set to 0. So now the difference is what happens to propensity when the flyer is actually sent compared to relative to the control group, where the control group was also exposed to the same external factors over time as the treatment group. So those effects are already cancelled out. So now this is going to give us just the okay, so we need to subtract the probability of 1 minus probability of 0. Okay, so now we have to go like this. If this flyer is equal to 1, then that propensity minus that propensity. So that would be the uplift going from 0 to 1. Right? If that is not 1, if that is 0, then the uplift will come the other way around. So it will be that would be the probability when flyer is equal to 1. That will be the propensity for flyer equal to 1 minus that one. Okay. So we are now computing the uplift going from flyer equal to 0 to flyer equal to 1. So this will be the uplift. Copy that, and now the next step is to sort this list, right, by uplift, going from exactly largest to smallest. We want the maximum uplift people at the top and the others at the bottom. Okay. So now you can decide, how deep you want to go in the list for, sending out a particular message to your possible voters. Or again, remember, this approach is about not just about the election campaign, but it's about any campaign. It could be marketing campaign, or it could be information campaign. Like you want people to be aware of something, things like that. Okay, like health related. So it could be any one of those.